take a look at Five Below Tech Equipment. It's a USB-A 4-port hub. So the interesting thing about this one is that it has a USB-C port. Allows 4 devices to be used at once, 3 standard ports, which is Type A, and then the 1 USB-C. This is what it is. Very simple. So we've got the USB-C and the 3 Type A's, and then what goes to the computer. I had seen another one at Five Below that appeared to have like a power input, and this one doesn't, so that's a negative. It is relatively limited on data throughput. Cord length, not terrible. USB-C to USB-C. Okay, Nikon Z5. This has a USB-C port. Let's see what happens when we connect these two. This is flashing, indicating that that's not going to work as a power source. No surprise. Turn on the camera. So it actually does connect to the computer through that hub. That's good. Look in here. We've got some files. It read the files. I can actually try to view one of these. Yep, it works. I didn't expect this to be able to shuttle power. Anyways, that doesn't work, but USB-C to USB-C, that's pretty cool. This is a multi-memory card reader. Just quickly try it out with the same memory card. In this case, it is USB 3 Type A. Okay, putting that into the device was really not great. It's kind of scraped. Let's try to copy these over, see how quick it goes. Okay, that was decently fast. It went 50 megabytes a second, maybe. Not too bad. For a device that costs $5.55, I'm not going to complain. This is going to be more challenging. It's a SSD inside here that I put in, so it's probably going to use quite a bit of power. I think this is not going to work, but we'll try it. So I can try both the USB-C port and a USB-A port with an adapted cable. I'm going to try USB-C to USB-C. I'm not seeing it in the list of drives. So that did not work. USB-C to USB-A. So that doesn't work. Another one, similar situation. I put a NVMe drive in here. This one has USB-A and USB-C. It's making questionable noises. That doesn't work. Let's try something a little bit easier here with a standard memory stick. This appears to work just fine. This is an old webcam. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so that's good. This is a little audio device, microphone and audio output. It's USB. Connect these. Let's try this one. It works. Very nice, very easy. No issue. And that's with 2 other devices connected to it. So we've got the webcam still going, I assume. Actually, it's not. That one stopped working. So I replugged. Oh, okay. That might have been a quirk of drivers loading. So I'll give it to Windows for that. This works. One more thing. This is a HDMI capture device. Super cheap one, but it does function. Has a USB 3 connector on the one end, but it's probably USB 2 in reality. It works. So that's pretty cool. And let me try to get the Logitech working again. Okay, that works again. That's good. Cool. So we got, it locked up the other one. Interesting. So there might be some limitations with this device and webcams. So we've got the webcam, we've got the audio, which I can check again. And I connected the Z5 back to it as a storage device, and that works. You can see the files. It read the files. So I can connect one more thing. Fan of space themes. It works. Stuff like that. Not too bad. This 4-port USB hub with 3 Type A and 1 Type C works a little bit better than expected. Obviously, some things were expected in the sense that it can't do high-power devices. So the SSDs that are trying to connect to it, trying to charge cameras and stuff like that, that's not going to work. But it did work with webcams for the most part, with some quirks and the easy accessibility of this at Five Below. Five Below keyboard for $5.55 at the moment. It looks like it has RGB or something. I don't know what that is. For whatever reason, they show the keys here. LED light up, function hotkeys, adjustable feet. Includes 1 keyboard and an instruction manual. USB connector, number pad. So it says compatible with PCs with a USB socket. 104 keys, backlight modes on and off, USB 2 interface. Working current, less than or equal to 150 milliamps. Ooh. Unboxing. This thing's pretty big. And they also had a mechanical keyboard or metal keyboard for $10. got a little bit of weight to it, but definitely flexes. Instructions. Key combinations function plus F1 through F12 is built-in web homepage, mail, search, media, play, pause, previous, next, volume, mute, my computer and calculator. Scroll lock. So if you use scroll lock, the LED goes on or off. Okay, let's give this a shot, see how it is. Nice and flexible. It's got a decent amount of length to it. It has the feet, as it mentioned, are functional. I think I'll use them. I don't know if it's possible to see on camera, but it's not perfectly straight. It's a little bowed where the inside is taller than the two ends. Yeah. Push this down. There is some flex, obviously, to the keyboard, especially right here in the back when I've got the legs up. DESPITEBEINGABEAR, comma, Scottish made. Whoops. Okay. 40 words a minute. It feels okay, but I'm no expert. This keyboard here is linear. It's not clicky keys. They're, geez, I can't remember the switch type, but they're silent ones, so it's pretty quiet. This is louder. The space bar makes some noise, but it's actually relatively quiet for a keyboard, which I like. I can get that on the microphone. So what it looks like. Very thin keycaps. And in the case of the spacebar, see what we got here. So you can see the rail. That's what's making the jingling noise. Might be able to improve that situation depending. So you can most likely remove the keys if you had to. I can try another one. That's cool. So there's another keycap. Specific one's a control. You can see it's printed on. Tried scraping it with my finger. Still on there. So it's not a sticker at the very least. It seems to be bonded. Again, they're very cheap feeling, pretty thin, but I think they get the job done. That's what the thing looks like. It's a membrane keyboard. So it's basically a hole in the top here, allowing you access. And then this links up with the keycap so it can't be easily taken off. The control seems fine, even after I took it off. So that's good. It's not coming off. I mean, I wouldn't do it a lot, but yeah. So it mentions scroll. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. Looks nice. Obviously, you won't have any customizability to this keyboard, but if you want some rainbow RGB or red, green, blue RGB, technically, RGB, that's fine. It's the scroll lock button. So if for whatever reason you want to use scroll lock for its original purpose, which I honestly don't even know what the purpose of it was, you will be toggling your lighting. The little spots of color on the bottom. It's same information as the manual for the most part. Very nice in my opinion for $6. I don't know how it'll hold up. That'll be the question. But membrane keyboards tend to be decent. Obviously they won't last forever, but that depends on how thick the membrane is, you know, how resistant it is to constant use, like up-down presses and flexing. But we've got the numpad, we've got the arrow keys. Is it shift? No, control? Maybe it didn't exist. Okay, not the best test here, but it does work, bro. Much. I used to play the original quite a bit.
Killing spree. Double kill. Multi-kill.
Oh boy. Currently $555 for this keyboard. I'm not really going to complain. It seems to work just fine. You can take the keycaps off for whatever reason. The spacebar is a little loud, but the rest of the keyboard's pretty quiet. Nice. I like it. So considering this, considering the USB hub, I think they're decent for the price. Obviously, they're not going to be amazing, and they're not going to be high tier or anything like that, but you get what you pay for. But in this case, you get a little bit more, I think, than what you pay for sometimes at Five Below.